loves, welcome. My name is Josie. If you're new to 50 Essentials, welcome. Today we're going to do pick a card readings. So we're going to do group 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. So choose a number 1, 2, or 3 for your reading. And as usual, I want to let you know that you can listen to all 3 of them. There may be messages for you in all 3 of them as well. That's how energy works. Okay. So yeah, take a moment, choose 1, 2, or 3 while I am pulling the cards. Okay. It's nice to be back. That's 1. We're working on group 2. Hello, love. How you doing? Nice. 3. Yeah, it's definitely going to be different soon. All right, so group 1, we're starting your messages. You've got heart's desire. Okay, there we go. Heart's desire. The back of your card says you're being showered with love. Your time of waiting will soon be over. All your heart's deepest desires will be fulfilled. Y'all just, forgive the retrograde moment of the situation, okay? So group 1, I feel like you were vulnerable when you didn't want to be, right? You ended up having to tell the truth because you ran out of options. You could no longer run from certain situations, and it kind of forced you to do the work, right? And coming out on the other side of it, you've got like a star card situation going on where you're not necessarily being rewarded for doing the work directly, but you literally created a situation through vulnerability, through radical self-honesty, to where you're bringing in some of the things that you desire, or even a person that you desire. Because group 1, there is definitely a person that is either new in your life or coming into your life that is going to be such a huge blessing to you and is going to allow you to continue to be vulnerable, like in a safe way. Okay. You just continue doing whatever it is that you've been doing, group 1, so that you can continue to benefit from these energies, innovate them, grow them, watch the patterns, observe yourself and observe what happens in your outer world, so you can figure out what you need to stop doing and what you need to continue doing, and what the constants are and what's changing. Okay. That's very important. Group 1, some of you may be thinking about an elective surgery. I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice, but you may be thinking about an elective surgery, and I want you to make sure that when you do choose the date for this surgery, that there is not a retrograde happening in Mars or Mercury. Okay, just make sure you look at the astrology before that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on over to pile 2 here, or card 2. And for those who chose 2, you got honesty. And that's a beautiful blue color. Blue is very, very healing. It says love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire. Then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love, and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. So, the first thing I want to say to that, for those of you who picked number 2, is it's not going to matter how you deliver whatever truth you have to deliver. Some people are still going to just choose to be hurt, because you can't make anyone anything. They're choosing to be in that energy in response to whatever circumstance or whatever things were said. So we're not even going to go there with the whole, hey, as long as you sprinkle some sugar on it, everything will be fine. The reality is people are going to feel like they feel no matter how much you analyze the delivery of the messages that you have for them. Okay. So yeah, just don't even worry about that. Say what you got to say. You don't have to be mean about it, because that's what would throw fire. It would throw gasoline on the fire. But don't kid yourself at the same time thinking that you being super nice or beating around the bush is going to change anything about how they feel, because some of y'all are ripping the Band-Aid off. Some of y'all are doing just what the ocean would do, you know, that people don't see, they don't realize it's happening, but that water is eroding at something. It's no longer just there being beautiful. Like, you're starting to notice that there's some piece, things are starting to look different, when all the while I think it's comfortable with you. That's what it was. Somebody was comfortable. And pile two, y'all just was like, all right. And you probably dragged them a little bit, because you could have just left them alone. But you dragged them. You know how that feeling when you know somebody's lying to you and you want to see how far they're going to go? I feel like that's what happened. And you've been just slowly creating a situation where you're low key trying to like force the truth out of them, and you may never get it. You may never get the truth. This is why sooner or later you're going to have to let go of this whole agenda. For others of you with pile two, you may be seeing auras now when you didn't before, or there's something about your sight, whether it be your third eye or your physical eyes, that is changing. And I feel like it's for the better. I don't feel like your sight is diminishing in either way, but it's definitely changing. You're going to be seeing things that you didn't see before. Just put it like that. And silver for group 2. Silver is significant, particularly. I don't know what that means, of course, because I'm the messenger, but it may be a confirmation for someone as well. So those are the messages that I have for group 2. Moving on to our last group, which is 3, we've got the card that says La Natura, right? And this card depicts a woman that is obviously pregnant, right? It's all about nature, like the natural process of things, right? It kind of gives me Empress vibes. So what the card says on the back is, if I can get the angle right, there we go. You will give birth to something new, something beautiful, an idea manifests, the beginning of a new and wondrous journey. Blessings, right? So let's get the baby makers out of the way. Yeah, somebody's pregnant. And then somebody had a dream that somebody was pregnant. So you're right. If you're watching this, yeah, somebody is definitely pregnant, first of all. Okay, now that that's out of the way. For others of you that don't have that kind of situation in your life, I feel like the more that you go out and commune with nature in the now, the more you're going to bring abundance into your life. It's kind of like the universe is asking you to be like that child that, I don't know if you did this or not, but I know we did this as kids. We would take the leaves off the tree. I don't condone you going out there ripping leaves off of a tree, right? But we used to take leaves off of the tree and like play store with the leaves like if it was money. And that's the concept. except for you're not literally plucking leaves off the trees when you're spending time in nature. You're spending time in nature, you're breathing that good air. You know, you're not in the city, you're in nature, breathing some good quality H2O, okay? Nah, not H2O, but you know what I mean. Because water, maybe y'all need to be near water. As I saw the ocean for a second, but it's mostly the forest. Okay, nature trails as well will work. But I feel like for those who I'm talking to with PAL 3, it's going to be a piece that you didn't even know you needed. And that's what's going to help you get direction and new ideas and creativity about what you should be doing next or what you should stop doing, honestly. I see someone just happy going for a walk, walking at their own pace. They got their snacks, they got their water. They're just content. It's this huge contentment like energy. And some of you for PAL 3 are really being called to self-nurture, take care of yourself in ways that you hadn't been. It will make a difference. It will actually make a difference. Things that are simple, like taking a shower, you know, if you used to wear nice clothes, get back into that, even if you don't have anything to do. I think Venus is behind a lot of this energy for PAL 3. It actually does matter when you probably didn't think it did. And it's per your energy, right? But yeah, those are the messages I have for PAL 3. Hopefully I didn't confuse PAL 3 because I had a moment. We are in a retrograde, so bear with me. Thank you so much for watching. The timestamps will be in the comments of this video. And if you want a reading, definitely reach out. You can look in the description box for my email to contact me for a reading. And if you follow me on Instagram, you can hit that book now button to get a reading from there. So have a beautiful day, loves, and I'll talk to you soon.